Hi. So basically in this one we will be discussing problem number D1, Mocha and Diana, the easy version from today's Code Forces contest. So let's see what we have to do. So we are given a definition of forest. So basically a forest is an undirected graph without cycles, not necessarily connected. Alright. So there are two friends, Mocha and Diana, and both of them have a forest with nodes numbered from 1 to n, and they would like to add h to their forest such that after adding h both of their graphs are still forest. By this we mean that if we are adding an edge it shouldn't generate any cycle. Okay, now the second point is they add the same edges. That is, if an edge u comma v is added to Mocha's forest, then an edge u comma v is added to Diana's forest, and vice versa. Okay. Now Mocha and Diana want to know the maximum number of edges they can add and which edges to add. Okay. So basically you have to figure out which edges you are going to add in Mocha's and Diana's forest. Now, basically, there are few edges which are already present. So you will be given an integer n, m1 and m2, where n is representing the total number of nodes you have. M1 is representing the number of edges which are already present in Mona's forest. Sorry, it's Mocha's forest. And m2 is representing the number of edges which are already present in Diana's forest. So every time when you are going to add an edge, suppose you are adding an edge u comma v in Mocha's forest, then while adding you have to check that on adding these the edge between u comma v, will there be a cycle? So same condition you have to check for the Diana forest as well, because you have to add the edge between same two nodes in both forest of both these people. So how can you check if there is a cycle? There is a basically very famous algorithm. It's called union find algorithm. So using union find algorithm, you can check if there is already path between u and v. Then on addition of an edge, it's going to create a cycle, right? So another thing which you can notice is if there are total n number of nodes, then maximum number of edges that graph can contain is basically n minus 1, because there has to be no cycles, which means it has to follow the properties of a tree. Not a property of tree, because a tree is actually connected, and this is not necessarily connected, but because we have to add maximum number of edges, so we will try to add as many edges possible. Okay, so how can we do this problem? Basically we will first make a graph, not actually graph, we will take a parent array for Mocha and Diana. In that parent array, like we do in our union find algorithm, we will first initialize everyone with their own node as a parent. Okay, so every time we now after that we will what we will do is, since there are m1 edges in Mocha's forest, we will make them as a parent of each other, and similarly the same thing we will do for n2. Okay, let's see with this example, this second example. Okay, so this is for Mocha and Diana. There are total 5 number of nodes. Okay, and these are the edges which are already given. So what we can do, we can pick one node, any one node. Suppose let's take node number 1. So from node number 1, we will check where we can add an edge. So from 1, we will check if we can add an edge between 1 and 2. Since there is already an edge between 1 and 2, there is already one path, we can do that. We will check if we can add an edge between 1 and 3. So yes, we can add an edge between 1 and 3 in Mocha's forest, right? Because there is no path between 1 and 3. But in Dynas forest, if we will add an edge between 1 and 3, it's going to create a cycle. So we can take this one. Now we will check for 1 and 4, since there is no path between 1 and 4 in Mocha forest, we can add it here. But similarly, with the same logic, we can't add in Dynas one. So we are not going to take that one as well. So we will check from 1 and 5, since we can add an edge between 1 and 5 in Mocha's forest, and we can do the same in Dana's forest, which means this is the correct configuration. We can do this one. So we will take this as a result in our result. Okay. So apart from that, once we added an edge between 1 and 5, this whole all nodes are connected with each other. Now adding any more edges will create a cycle, so we won't do that. Okay, so let's see how we can code this, the solution for this problem. Okay. Okay, so here as you can see, we are getting an integer n, which is representing the total number of nodes which we have. Then we are getting two more integers, m1 and m2. M1 is representing the size of the number of edges for Mocha's forest, and M2 is representing the number of edges in Dana's forest. So we are taking two parent array, parent 1, parent 2. In parent 1, we will be storing the parent of a vertex, a node. For in similarly in parent 2, we will store the parent of any vertex or any node for Dana's forest. Okay. So initially we will initialize everyone with their own parent. Like for I, the parent of I is I only. Okay. So it's basically just a unified algorithm. You don't have to do anything apart from that. It's very straightforward. So for M1, I'm getting two edges, two nodes u and v. So there is, which representing that there is an h between u and v. So this p, find p function, what this function is doing is basically this function is giving us the ultimate parent of this u. By ultimate parent, what I mean, in case for those who don't know about the union find algorithm, what I'm gonna tell you is that, suppose this is the parent 1 array and this is the parent 2 array. Parent 2 array is for the Mocha's forest. So parent 1 array is for, okay, sorry, parent 1 is for Mocha's forest. So basically there is, suppose there is an vertex 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So initially we have initialized with p1 I equal to I, which means the parent of 1 is 1, parent of 2 is 2, like that. So whenever we are getting two different vertices, suppose 2 and 3, so we are checking which is the who is the ultimate parent of v. So here the ultimate parent of v, which is u, 2 is 2, here for 3 it is 3. So since their main parents are different, why we are doing this parent thing is basically we want to represent them in a form of tree. So whenever some node comes, whenever there is an edge between some node v and u, so we are adding an edge between them. So when the new index comes, suppose index a comes, so we have to add an edge between this u and a. So we are checking the parent of u is basically v and parent of a is a, so the parents are not same. So for a also, the ultimate parent we are assigning v. Similarly, if we want to add an edge between some c and suppose a, so we will check for ultimate parent of a, since the ultimate parent of a will be v and ultimate parent of c is not v, which means they are not part of same component, which means adding an edge will not create a cycle. So we will just make ultimate parent of c as v as well. So for that purpose, we are using this parent array. Okay. So if you are confused in this part, you can go and search for a union find algorithm, and it's just a straightforward union find algorithm which I'm using over here. Okay. Okay. So here what I'm doing, I'm just marking the edges between these U and V for all M1 number of edges. Here I'm doing the same for Dynas forest for all M2 number of edges. And then what I'm doing, I'm taking this pair, vector of pair, in which basically I will be storing the result. Result, by result, what I mean is basically the two edges in which I'm gonna create an two vertices between which I'm going to create an edge. So I will insert all of them. So since we have to, in answer, we have to first print the total number of edges which we are going to add, and then we have to print all those edges which we have created. So that's what I'm doing over here. So in this part, what I'm doing, since there are n number of nodes, so I'm checking for node number I to node number n, and I'm checking if parent one of I equal to I. This is basically telling that this I is not connected with anyone because the parent of I is I only. So we will start checking from this I. So add in our function add edges, I'm passing these two parents for both for forest of Mochas and Dyna, the number of edges, and this vector in which I will finally insert all my edges. And this I is my initial number from which the initial vertex from which I will be checking for the edge. Okay, so in our add edges function, so I am iterating from I equal to 1 to I less than equal to n, and since the vertex from which I'm going to create an edge is u, which I passed here as I. Okay, so u is the vertex from which I will be checking that if I can create an edge from this u to some other vertex. So if I equal u, which means then we are continuing because we will not create an edge between from vertex to vertex itself, right? So this v equal to I, so we will check the ultimate parent of u and ultimate parent of v in parent one index, like which means in Mocha's forest. Similarly in Dynas forest, which is represented by this parent 2, we are checking the ultimate parent of u and ultimate parent of v. So this find p will basically return the ultimate parent of some vertex. So if pv1 is not equal to pv2, which means the ultimate parent of v and u is not equal in parent 1, and the similarly the ultimate parent of v and u is not equal in parent 2 as well, which means there is no path between u and v in Dynas forest and in Mocha's forest, which means creating an edge between u and v will not create a cycle in Mocha's forest, and it won't create cycle in Dynas forest as well. So we can push that in our final result. And since now we added the edge between u and v, we will make their ultimate parent same. So parent of pv1 is equal to pu parent of pv. Similarly for second forest also in Dynas forest, we will mark the parent 2 of pv2 equal to pv1. Now about this find, let's see this find function. So in find function, we are basically getting our parent array and a vertex v for which we have to find the ultimate parent. So we will if check while this parent of v is not equal to v. So if parent of v equal v, that means that is the ultimate parent. So we will return that. Again, this is a very simple and straightforward solution. If you know the union find algorithm, if you are not aware of union find algorithm, then you might find this a little bit hard to understand. So in that case, I would recommend you go and check for the union find algorithm first. Now, this complexity, let's talk about the complexity of this solution. Since the number of the number of nodes in problem number D1 is maximum 10 to the power 3. So here, all these operations are basically this parent 1, parent 2, this is order n. In this, where we are finding the parent, ultimate parent of u and v, this is order m1. M1 and m2 could be maximum n. So this is order n. Inside that, finding the parent could take, in this union find algorithm method, it could maximum take order of n. So this is n square. Similarly, this is n square. Similarly, here also, I equal to n, I less than equal to n. So once we add edges between some vertex, this is not going to call for each and every vertex, because once we find some vertex I, we are going to make edge from that I to some multiple other vertices wherever it is possible. So after that, whenever this add edges will be called, it will add edges between multiple arrays. So this will be also approximate order of n square only. So this whole solution is approximately order of n square. So it will pass the D1. And what optimization you can do is basically in this union find algorithm, in case you are aware of union find algorithm. So in union find algorithm, there are two different ways of finding the union find algorithm. So this one will take order of n time, but if you do this union find algorithm by another method which is called a union by rank and partition, something like that, so that would take order of log n operation to find the ultimate parent. So using that, this time complexity will reduce to n log n, slightly greater than n log n. Okay, okay, that's it. Have a nice day. Bye.